to Mighty Misfit Menagerie.
He's a guest.
Why are you doing that, man?
Because you have a weird face. Tonight we are doing the episode 3 of Curious Tales of Wisteria Vale.
Or
Part
episode
of our,
one.
Right.
Well,
And
I guess
1.5?
yeah, maybe. Well, no, because
We did
whatever it is.
0.5, so this
So now we're 1. I get that. Which is book
12.
12.
book 12 of
What is
Candlekeep
it?
Mysteries.
Or...
Because we had that one awful book where we didn't level up. Remember that book? Oh,
Yeah.
it's the best.
I also just realized what Margaret's wearing, and I love your shirt.
Oh.
Yeah. It's one of my favorites.
I think we'll turn to our wonderful mistress.
Naya.
So, thankfully, we finally have arrived in Silvery Moon. We make our way to the spa. Kirill, in the back of his mind, is like, there was this guy here last time, Ilmar, and I think maybe I have some confusing feelings about him. And so we get to the spa, and of course, here he is at the fucking front, welcoming us here. We get situated. Benlin actually sees Bo and is like, he seems to be here with someone romantically. I'm gonna just give him some space. And then we have a little mixer, connections are made, sexual tension is hopefully released, and everyone had a nice time.
I went home alone.
I feel like
That's your own fault.
It is.
I feel like Naya recording our life histories is probably coloring the stories.
I'm like, I'm just excited for new research.
No, Naya's tale sounds right to me.
She doesn't have a tail. She's a Shattercar.
Sorry. We see Bo. We grill his new boyfriend, Cal, aka Babbler. And in fact, in one of, I think, my favorite all-time scenes, I'm going to always remember this, is how 3 different characters mentally message this new boyfriend to interrogate him psychically. And he just doesn't get better than that, so.
And he went with it.
Bo is our teenage son. He should have expected it.
And I'm like the teenage sister's like, hey, what are you doing? What's going on?
He needs attention.
Ilmar the next morning is like, hey, can we meet? I've got some Harper's business going on. I've got something of Rylea's. And so we meet with him. He's like, this is a book. It's a play about this guy, Errant Quill, who was a real life bard in the Harpers. And so it's just kind of about some of the events surrounding him. So it's about this village, Wisteria Vale, which was destroyed many decades ago. The first act of the play is about this guy Vargan, who's living in Wisteria Vale, and he's like living his best life. But then this evil lord moves in, and he's like, "Yo, evil lord, I don't like you." So that evil lord like scars his face, and he burns the village down, so it's unfortunate. Vargan then he searches for the evil lord and that's when he like finds the Harpers and joins up with them. He does find that evil lord, goes into his house, kills him. And then he's like traveling around. I got this cool crystal. Oh no, I've been cursed by Cyril because of course greatness has a price. So now the Harpers sent him to this demi plane because they were like, okay, we need to take care of him. Here's a dagger. You stab him with the dagger. He's cured. Can you do it? And we're like, yeah, we can stab people. No problemo. Recapitated.
I also just appreciate the fact that Naya is both a recapitator and a decapitator,
Yes.
as we learned from the head of her husband. Ex-husband, rather. Late husband?
Oh, you bring up silly. Well, that's in the past.
So who?
How do you remember him?
All right, so we have made it finally to Wisteria Vale.
Jump in another book.
If you want to go, to map, awesome. We had to make with it.
It's just such a pretty map. I couldn't
It
help
is.
So
It's a beautiful
cute.
map.
I love that you found these.
Again, it's a beautiful, bright, colorful village surrounded by forest.
Little town.
Yes.
I tried really hard.
I'm so sorry.
Airs filled with soothing sounds of nature, bird song, chirping of crickets, to gentle breezes ruffling the leaves. You guys are on the edge of the village. A path leading different ways into the village.
Sorry, everyone's making animal noises.
You've not realized I enjoyed the
Cricket?
background.
Cricket?
There's farmland over there. It's fine.
That is true.
Where
To the
Question:
right, to the left.
Is it
everything you own?
is it a clear time of day or kind of like an indeterminate midday?
It's midday.
What's the vibe? Like, is this like
can I get a
local
vibe check?
chic, or
D20.
Is it a quiet village?
can I add my insight?
Like
Sure.
maybe the one before.
All right, that's 17 plus 8.
This village is perfection.
Oh my god, it is perfection.
There's the most unbenland thing I've ever heard.
Benlin, are you okay?
Yes.
Is the transition
I'm just saying it's perfection. That's all I'm saying.
It does
Oh,
seem to be in pretty good state.
right?
You need
Fair.
a
The
lozenge?
vibe is immaculate.
Did Benman cuddle with someone last night too?
Not that I'm
So where do
aware
we-
of.
Where do we think this Vargan would be on the semi-plane?
I mean, we could go up to the first
Bargain!
half
Bargain!
I don't think his name is Vargan. The Vargan was the bad guy.
I think
He's
His
was
name
the
was
hero
Aaron
that was
Quill.
cursed.
Aaron.
Quill.
What?
Quill's who we're looking for.
Yeah, we're looking for Quill.
Quill!
Quill? Okay. The
Quill!
Perhaps
play
we
is
should-
about Vargan, but
I think Aaron
Quill
Quill
was
scars
cursed.
Vargan.
That's right.
No,
he
that
got his
was
revenge.
the evil Lord Scarred Fargan. Aaron Quill was the author of the play, and I believe from what we learned,
You know, it's-
Harper's were looking for Aaron Quill.
It's really hard to read a book when you're in the book.
So you guys still. You don't have the book. The book.
We're inside the
we're
book.
inside it.
So I said,
If
it's
you
hard to
want
read.
to
Into
do
the
like
book.
a history check to recall knowledge,
Can I
Yeah.
do a
I'll
history
let
check?
someone do it.
Wow,
I
I
just
plus
feel
8.
like
I'll assist you.
Thank
we're
you.
such veterans at this now. It's like, no, this is an in the book situation. We don't have the book.
You know what?
Really?
Because we're, because we're in the book. Only living person here. Only living person here.
14.
I mean, we assume.
Not terrible.
So I'm
There's a dude named Aaron Quill. There's a dude named Bargain.
Yep.
There's the evil lord. There's Harper's are involved somehow,
Yep.
and you're in the village that was inside the book.
All right.
Right.
So let's not overcomplicate this. We just gotta find the dude, stab him with a dagger, and then leave.
How do we know we're stabbing the
With
right one? And is it a
this dagger,
one-time
right?
stab dagger, or can we stab multiple
So
people with
we
that?
should
Or
proceed with caution and not let him know that our plan is to stab him.
but it's a good thing to stab him
What
because
if
we
he
know
consent?
I think
we have a cure.
perhaps we should gauge his state before we breach the topic of stabbing, and perhaps we can just ask whoever lives here for more information. We can approach it in a nonchalant way of what a beautiful village you have. We're so happy to have stumbled upon it. We'd love to speak to your leader.
And I
I
feel like usually we should listen to Kirill, but since we're dealing with a bard this time around, we should especially listen to Kirill. And
Oh, thank you.
lead the way.
All right. And I will slide my lute across and just kind of start to pluck a little bit as we walk to give walking music entering the village.
I
My
love listening
Pop
to
and
you
dance
play.
as I walk.
my spectral book will be up and writing things down. And
You don't do it nearly enough.
It won't let me go to this
such
one
a
spot.
stately
Oh, that's
procession.
For what's that?
There's a corner, this corner of that square will not let me go to for some reason, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. Oh, or that corner. Okay, cool.
What the?
Whatever, roll 20.
interesting.
Just some dead
Yeah,
cells.
love roll 20.
A lot of dead cells. Okay, we're going into the village.
As we're walking along.
When you
What the
changed the
heck?
map dimensions, did you turn the grid off and then back on again?
Oh, it doesn't like a lot of these.
Well, I think it's thinking
right.
it's still 5 foot.
We know where we're going.
That's all good. We can just theater of the mind.
As we walk and Carol's playing his
Alright,
walking music,
try now.
I'm like kind of dancing and then I'll point at Naya and wait for you to dance.
Yes.
Nope. There's only one spot at each square we
Well-
can stand on. It's okay. It doesn't
Are we
matter.
gonna fight on this map?
Not necessarily.
Okay, so then we don't even
Yeah.
need to move everybody.
Yeah,
We
this
just
part's
need-
kind of more theater of the mind.
Yeah.
I just looked
In
at
our
that,
beautiful little.
Well, and now we have the map.
Right.
Approaching the inside here, is this like a market or like?
The central one here,
Yes.
that is a marketplace. The small marketplace is where farmers along the edge of the village sell their wares.
Are there
Text, we're not
wares?
supposed to hear.
Or is it
There
like
are
all
a few
empty?
commoners,
Okay.
villagers.
Oh, there's people here.
Yes, I'm
Oh.
sorry. There are people wandering throughout the village,
Oh.
entering buildings,
Okay.
leaving.
Do we think they're real people?
Well, it's
Ho there!
It's a bard prison. If you didn't have
Oh,
to
hello.
go to.
That would be.
I'll slide the loot around, having finished a cord.
Are you here for the marketplace?
Presently, yes, we'd love to see your wares.
Oh, yes.
I click on him and open the shop menu.
You actually touch it. Okay.
I have to say, we're actually here to speak to the leader of your village, but in the meantime, perhaps we can do some commerce, support the local economy here.
This corn is perfect. I'm just like freaking out about the produce and how perfect it is.
I mean, it's literally, it's,
Like there's not a bad apple
Yeah,
in the
no.
bunch.
yeah.
Okay.
The corn is like perfectly straight rows. Most beautiful golden color you've ever seen. It smells fantastic. Like,
When I turn evil, can you guys send me here?
If I
What?
peel it open, do any of the hairs stick to the cob?
no, there's no hairs inside of it.
Me and Cindy are like freaking out. And I give the guy a copper piece for the corn that she chucked.
So
And I was just gonna put it back.
would you
Okay, well,
we're incredibly impressed and we love to pay our respects to the lord of the village.
Well, that would be Master Quill. He's somewhere. I'm not sure where he is right now.
Does he have a manor or
There's a manner. I know that he's probably busy preparing for the banquet later this evening, so he may not be able to see you now.
wait, that sounds amazing. Do you think traveling dignitaries might be able to secure an invitation?
I would think so. You may want to ask. Who is it? Trying to remember who's in charge of this one. We have one every once in a while.
I just as a kind of a test, I'm going to use prestidigitation. I'll kind of wave my hand over my chest as I'm just, talking to him, and then say, perhaps we might be able to get a special audience, and I'll pull my jacket open to have a Harper pin on my lapel.
She
Love it when he gets all spy-like.
she looks at it and goes, "That's very pretty."
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
If you are interested in going to the banquet, you should probably speak with Josephus or Henrietta.
Oh, where might we find Josephus or Henrietta?
They are in the tailor. They're over. Points to a building. About here.
Is that big one the manor?
Yes, it is.
Oh, fantastic. It's on the way then.
I would a word of caution just while you're in the area. There's been a visitor that we have been asked to treat as an honored guest, but not engage with.
All right.
It's very large and it has a lot of eyes on it, and it floats around, and it's got one big eye.
Right.
Master Quill has just requested that we treat it with respect.
Fair. And I assume that you're warning us in order for us to do the same?
Please, yes.
Insight?
Yeah.
I mean, we know what one of these things are.
while that
I want to know what
interaction is
they think
happening,
about it.
Zindi has turned to another local and is doing something else, and I'll let me know when.
25.
25. She is telling the truth. She's terrified of it,
Okay.
but she's also very sure of the fact that they're not in danger.
I will. I'll just put out a hand and say, thank you so much for your introduction to your village. It's been lovely speaking with you.
Make me a perception check as you shake her.
Uh, 21.
She is cold to the touch.
Creepy.
I will do my best not to react.
Okay. So while they're having this interaction, and after I've put the corn away into my little bag, I will go to the next nearest person. We're also conducting a survey. We'd like to know, if you were to be stabbed, but for a good reason, how willing would you be to be stabbed if it was going to cure you of some disease or malady?
Or save a large group of people.
The weather's beautiful today, is it not?
It's a very lovely day, so that's a no for a stabbing?
Ziggy, I'm just going to put that down as avoided question.
Have you seen these beautiful onions?
Oh, these
Oh
are
my god,
lovely.
those are beautiful.
I'll have, telling my book to make a note. Okay, unsure.
So I'm just throwing coins at people. It's like,
They're mostly ignoring them.
okay. So can I just take produce? I would like to cast Detect Evil and Good. If these are aberrations, celestials, elementals, fey, fiends, or undead within 30 feet of me for the next 10 minutes.
Nothing.
Aboriginals? No.
Aberration.
Aberration. Probably not.
It's a different location.
Yeah.
Vastly different locations.
Different location. Yeah. But I was asking that purposefully, while you were
Oh, yes, I'm not
interacting in
involved.
that one. So just I was trying to be while they're doing that. How do you feel about stabbing?
I will butt out.
No, it's okay. If you wanted to overhear it, then
Not at all.
you're welcome to.
I was very engaged in what was happening there. So,
Do you have pumpkins?
Do we have pumpkins? And
Is this
then
the right season for pumpkins?
points you to a corner where there's an entire wall of pumpkins.
And then we'll go to the pumpkin.
While they're doing this, having that conversation, asking, Paige would have just gone off and just looked at all of the things for sale. Does anything seem out of the ordinary?
Make a perception check.
Anything that's
Paige, look for strawberries.
I don't weird, vast that's glowing in the middle of some books, but everything else is a farmer's market. You know what I mean? Something that sits funky.
if there's a green tome that looks like it's going to explode and spread mummy dust on you,
12.
All you see is normal village wares. Food, leather items, bags, survival items, nothing.
Anything that could be played in a musical fashion, like a washboard or
Pair of spoons.
some spoons.
Ooh.
Maybe an
Anything like
instrument.
A fancy spoon.
There is someone selling kitchenware. And there are some metal and wooden spoons on display.
Could. Okay, so how much would it cost for me to get a small tin bowl and 2 wooden spoons?
Bum.
They don't seem to care about money.
I wasn't with you guys. I was watching.
Dude wandering.
Couple
Yeah.
copper,
Deal.
right?
A couple copper.
Deal.
I have 2 copper on it.
2 copper.
That's a negotiation. I would like to.
Interesting.
I go get my copper.
They do that thing.
I'm kind of just gauging what all the people are doing around the square. Does anybody seem to be watching us, talking about us? Is there anybody in windows that's lurking? No or no? Just no? Oh, well, probably not.
No.
Fine.
But Roll it again.
Is it still perception?
Mhm.
Okay, it's 12 now.
12 now. Okay. Yeah.
Having finished that conversation with the stall maiden, I will kind of collect the group. You want to put it in the bag of holding? We can keep it. Yes, fantastic.
Wait. What was that fruit you got me from that dragonborn who didn't... durians?
That was a good mind melt.
The durian, it's a type of fruit, no durian?
Spiky?
Okay, I was hoping for a second we were in heaven.
Apparently not, but we do have a lead.
And they're unsure how they feel about being stabbed.
Fair.
I'm just going to take a dozen apples. That's a fair price, right?
Of course.
I'm so sorry, what was your name? The one that I was speaking with originally.
It would be
Carla.
Carla here was saying that in order to be invited to the wonderful banquet that Quill is holding this evening, we should speak with Henrietta and a friend of Henrietta's at the tailor shop.
Okay, at the tailor shop. Perfect.
Yes.
We're going to be the entertainment for tonight, right? As I pull out my new drum.
Well, perhaps we can talk to Henrietta about that.
I hate to break it to all of you, but if there is a kitchen in this town, I am cooking something.
And they're eating the
Right. We're serving the banquet tonight. Both musical and...
I mean,
We could do a
that.
Callum Sham minstrel.
let's walk. I mean no disrespect whatsoever to both of you, but you're eating book food.
It's really good, bro.
Will it transfer back
It's not
to
evil,
our
I checked it.
home? I mean, you might as well eat it while we're here, because we might not be able to take it with
just reach
us.
over and take a bite and lean back.
That's fine. It was before I ate the rest of the core though, because I ate it all.
Okay.
Ate it from the bottom.
You can chew on it
It's a-
and get some
how
juice.
is it?
It's delicious.
It's a
You said it was an apple? It was the best apple you've ever had in your life.
Kirill,
am I-
try it. Kirill, try it.
Kirill.
Try it.
Oh,
try it,
All
Kirill.
puffed out.
I'm gonna kind of pull them out of earshot of the market. I'm sorry, maybe I was the only one that got this. There is a beholder here
Yeah.
What?
My first one. I'm
Living-
very excited.
as a guest of the Lord of the Manor.
Yeah, but he must be part of the whole scenario. It's a prison, right? How did he get in?
I didn't.
She made it sound like he was a recent guest.
Scenario. I mean,
And she
Well, but
was
maybe these people only
terrified of
remember
him.
every day or something.
No, Quill's a bard.
Yeah, Quill's a bard, but whatever this, I don't know its name. She was frightened.
Apple and put it in its mouth.
I'm
I-
fine.
I actually do want to hear what
But no, that's basically it. I'm just saying we don't know. Has he adjusted the scenario? I mean, it's a fucking beholder.
could he reach out to such a being and summon him here? Magically speaking.
Can one of us make a roll? Because I know something about beholders, but I don't know.
Beholder.
I've read books about them, but I don't know. I've never drafted one.
History. We're all taking our.
Can I assist?
Sure.
Kirill, we just came here to get Quill out.
What you got?
To stab him
7.
with the dagger. Where did you get him?
Oh, beholder's here.
Well,
I have a +8 in both of those.
Then you should have rolled.
Carla told me about it. Well, she didn't know the name of it, but what she described reads like a beholder.
Like that
She
one
said,
in
hey,
that.
there's a giant magical being with a lot of eye stalks.
A lot of eye stalks, one big eye floats
like
off the
that
ground,
god that
and
we
they've
fought in
been
that temple.
sort of. Yes. And they were told to respect it, and nobody at the Harpers mentioned this, and I feel like they would have.
If they knew.
That's what I'm saying.
If they
It's not
knew.
part of the scenario.
Well, it's a good thing we're just in a book. If anything happens, it'll spit us back out and we come back and try again.
Nobody told us what the rules of this book were. As much as I would love to believe that,
Yeah.
I don't know if this
we
is...
only got kicked out of one book when we died. We don't know if that's always the case.
Well, this is a demi-plane, so it's not like
Is it... Was
a
the last one a
magical
demi-plane?
illusion. No, I don't think so.
Well, the last one was
Something else.
a LaRue god kind of thing, so it's impossible to know. And everyone acted like characters
It was
in a
like an
book. in that.
illusion spell, maybe.
Is there anything that we can roll to know if the Lore of LaRue was a demi-plane or something else?
Rolling, rolling,
Whose book was that? Was that yours?
That was mine.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're damn.
Right.
Damn. Hank always sucks us into a book.
None of mine has not been in a book.
That's not true.
Or that's true. No. Price of Beauty was not in a book.
Well, but that one did.
And the Raven
book turned into a portal.
Yeah.
The Raven one was not in a book either.
That's true. But you did go to a different plane.
Yes. In this case, do we know if we found out inadvertently that the rules of the Lord of the Rule death send you home? Is it?
We
Is
didn't
there?
even know that until after we got out of the book.
Oh no, I mean, but like now that we have that knowledge,
No.
is there like a way that we can gauge that, or is there no way we can know
talking
that?
with the Avowed, and we can say talking with
Iman.
Mark's character.
Mm.
Various other people, you were pretty sure that Lord of Lure did take you to Demiplane,
Okay.
and that if you had died there, you most likely would have just been shunted out. But everything works differently.
Well, this one is
It's a good
technically
guess.
a prison.
So if you die in the book, you die in real life,
Well, but
possibly.
if this is a prison, then we are physically here. We're not inside a book. We're inside a prison.
So I can't send a message to insert name.
No,
here.
we're on a completely different plane of existence. Honestly, we're lucky the bag of holding didn't explode.
Oh Lord.
Your apples.
You really should have.
Well, is there anything we can do to prepare for facing a beholder?
I say that we blend in as much as possible, and maybe we'll go unnoticed. I say we change our clothes to be villagers. If he's convinced that the beholder is part of the prison, maybe we convince him that we are too.
Would be a good way to scope out Quill's behavior and his
All we have to do
patterns.
is prick him with a dagger. The easiest way to do that would be to get close to him, be invited. Right?
Perhaps we can speak with Henrietta,
Okay.
because the villager made it sound like she and her friend person who she is close to at the tailor would be proper pathways
You want to roll for his name?
into the guy. It was like 2 minutes ago.
I know.
I lost it. I lost it. What would it be?
History.
History.
I don't think I remember it. It was 7.
Barabbas.
Henrietta and Barabbas would be our proper ways in. So, I mean, the tailor shop is close. It's only a few seconds.
Yeah, I just have to pick up a few more things for the suit.
All right. And the tailor shop could be a place to get clothing as well.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna pick up some celery, some potatoes.
I'll head over towards the tailor shop.
Hello, Kirill.
Just everything I need for the Calamcham Minestrone.
The Callum Stone, if you will.
I won't.
Oh my god. All right. So you guys are heading. Are you guys going to go inside the tailor?
Me and Zindy are walking around with our paper bags with the single baguette sitting out of it, like just enjoying
Looking for a bicycle.
Yeah.
our provincial adventure.
A bird comes and alights itself on one of the bread. Is what you think you sound like. So I'm sorry. You going inside the tailor?
Is there like, I guess, what does the door look like? And
It's a plain.
as silly as that is.
It's just a plain village building.
Okay.
1 story, pitched roof.
Is there like a window in the door to like see if there's like try to decide whether to knock or not, basically. If there's a window and I can see things happening inside, I'll just go in.
Yeah, there's no window, and it looks like 2 people, at least 2 people inside.
Okay. I'll walk in
Do you
then.
think after they're not using this place anymore, we could just visit?
That would be amazing. But what will be even more interesting is if everything that we get here comes back with us.
I highly doubt it. That's why I want to
I
enjoy
know.
it as much as we can.
It's true. I'll take a bite of my baguette.
Well, it's in the back.
It's a baguette.
Oh my god, they have the most perfect butter in the world. Oh my god.
And it's golden, delicious.
Rio, we need to move past the magic.
It puts Kerrigal to shame.
There's a bird over in the corner, and it is churning the butter.
Oh my god.
It just has its claws around the thing and it's
just
flapping its
flopping up
wings.
and down. Yeah. Oh,
Whereas when the other,
week.
I was gonna say, in the other book, and you're like, fuck this place. No, whatever. I hate this. We're in the book.
so you enter.
Yeah, Paige and I go in, I guess.
Okay. You enter the tailor shop. There's a wide open space in front. There's a countertop. Fire is crackling in the hearth. There are 2 people behind the counter, kind of doing random tasks. There's another couple people over along one side of the counter looking at different wares, a couple of them just chatting. And from behind the counter, one of the people, a man, looks at you and says, "Hello, welcome
Hello.
to Silks and Souls."
Oh, lovely title.
Oh, thank you.
We are, we're passing through and happened upon your lovely town here.
Well, it is quite lovely here.
It is, and it seems like the food is amazing and your fabrics equally so.
Thank you. They're Henrietta's bride.
Oh, we were actually looking to speak with Henrietta.
Well, Henrietta, dear,
And Barabbas.
there's no Barabbas here. My name is Josephus.
Cephas. Yeah, I'm so sorry, I misspoke.
It's perfectly fine. You got 7.
Just for the record, while they're inside, me and Zindy are roasting pumpkin seeds outside using my produce flame cantrip.
Yeah. And we're sitting on a bench not too far from the entrance of the tailors. That way we're still within
A
eyeshot.
couple of squirrels have come up and are just kind of sitting there sniffing and
Dropping down.
not taking anything unless you give it to them. They're perfectly behaved squirrels.
No, just the squirrel's being perfectly behaved. Carla told us that we might speak to you about possibly an invitation this evening. We heard there was a lovely gathering happening.
Oh, the banquet.
Yes.
Yes. We're actually preparing new vestments or a suit or what confabulation for Master Quill himself.
Oh, is it for his guest as well?
Yes. It is for him and his guests.
Excellent.
Yes.
We've heard some beautifully interesting things about the guest, haven't we, Paige?
Truly wonderful things.
Mildly concerning, but interesting for sure.
And Henrietta will pipe in. I'm not sure about that guest. I don't like it.
We'd like to be sure of the guest.
And I'll lean in. I don't think we're sure of them either. It's something that when we heard of, as much as we would love to respect Master Quill's wishes, we found disconcerting.
Yes, they just appeared a few weeks ago, and it's, well, I mean, obviously things seem like they're going well here. I just don't like it here. I don't like it being here, and I just don't like it.
Well, we're here to help.
Perhaps if we attend this banquet and have a chance to speak with Master Quill and with the guest, we can help sort things out.
Get to the bottom of this.
Oh, of course. And they will pick out some invitations from below and hand them to you on the counter.
Fantastic, and there'll be 5 total?
Oh, okay. Should be good.
Would these cover a pet? Companion. 6. Fantastic. Thank you so much.
They give you a weird look like, I don't know.
Might we ask what the colors you're working with the theme are?
Slash, what's the dress code?
Yes.
Dress code is formal, of course.
We would love to, if there's time, be able to approach the ball banquet in appropriate attire.
Oh, yes. Well, of course. Yes, and from like they will call out to someone, and another person will come out from the back with like measuring tape and start measuring. You both.
I am going to message the rest of the party. Be like, come to the tailor shop, we're getting clothes.
From me and Zinni, you just get back. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Yep, right there, right there.
We're close by.
While they're doing this, Henrietta will kind of display some different fabrics for you and ask you which ones you'd like. There seems to be predominantly reds and golds, but there's also some turquoise and some like cream off-white.
I'm going to go with a primary of turquoise and cream accents.
On my gray tabby fur, I'm absolutely going with a dark maroon. Is there a crushed velvet or any sort of like a velvet? Absolutely. And then with gold accents.
Okay.
I will go with gold buttons and whatnot.
So we live in a world where like knights and such exist, and knights would be expected to wear armor to formal functions, right? So can I do like a tabard or something like that, like over my armor? Because my armor is magical, so it's always gleaming and beautiful. But
Yeah.
okay. So I'll do something like in the jewel tone, purple and green.
Okay, so you guys are coming back to.
So we were just right outside.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put my frying pan away and try and close up the pumpkin as best I can.
What has the population of the people looked like mostly? we know?
Generic.
Okay.
There's all human.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Because like then here I am,
Does anybody have seen?
big furbolg coming in.
Like true seeing?
They're seeming the spell.
They don't seem like perturbed by you at
Okay.
all. Like they're not.
Are they racist?
No. Like they've nothing about them. Nothing about you has phased them.
Okay.
Other than like you suddenly appearing.
Okay.
But like appearance wise, like they, the person measuring pulls out like a little step stool and it's like, ma'am, do you?
Oh, yes. And I'll-
Steps up and. Oh, I may need a.
I can crouch.
No, I just may need a longer one. It's.
Well, I mean, if we can just do something, maybe just add some trim to this, that might work.
No, she needs a gown.
It's not a problem. We can.
Okay.
Make a
Everything in
perception
here
check.
is lovely. Better dice, better dice. Perception?
This summer, subscribe to Better Dice.
13.
If only.
Or my passive is 16.
Weird.
Okay. Man, what are you doing?
Ah!
I would say that I was probably like, again, just walking around the market, just kind of paying attention to what people are doing, keeping an eye out for Quill, who I'm hoping I will recognize him.
Are you getting close to any of the villagers while you're watching them?
No, I think I'm just trying to meld into the background and just kind of observe everybody.
Okay.
And I
Where?
said to you, just give me something.
None
You
of
know
my
what I
foreign
like.
classes offer any illusion spells whatsoever.
Bad planning.
I, on a side note, for Witchlight, I'm like, I need to make an illusion of the goddamn moon. There are no illusion spells on our official list. There's like one.
I'm just saying, I have Sporlock on my list. You'd think it would come with disguise self.
It's a racial trait.
Where about are you just staying in the market or are you wandering throughout the entire building?
I would say I'm walking the perimeter of the market. So I'm staying close enough to everybody else, but I'm kind of walking around and so like whatever I can see from the outlying houses, like I'm taking that into.
Make me a perception.
That's a 20,
Oh,
25.
Okay.
Somebody
you
finally sees something.
see over towards one of the farms. Probably about right here. You see someone with a wheelbarrow like stacked with like wheat and corn and all this stuff. It's like beautiful, looks pristine, and you see them just dumping it into a ditch.
Okay.
And
Tell me
dumping, and then just jauntily going back, and then someone else loading it up again, and then they go back, and then they just dip it in, and they go back.
Benlin would be horrified. I will just keep circling. It's kind of weird, but
But you gotta come get fancy clothes.
I
told
will-
Carol that one.
I will quickly like rattle off Nia's measurements to the tailor. And we're gonna go with
She includes your measurements in every letter she sent.
I don't know what a good measurement
Yes,
is.
you know. Be ready.
In case we need to have something made for when she gets back. Yeah.
I'll let them know like we're going for some silver accents and she prefers the darker tones, usually jewel, but we're going we're going for mysterious.
Oh, all right.
I'm still killing myself with just every letter. And just so you know, waste. Bust.
It's part of the signature. Like, best regard, Naya, 42, 34, 42.
Current seasonal colors I'm in love with. Scents I care about.
She includes a swatchboard with everyone. Like,
Little color block, and like it looks to the untrained eye like it's a border, but it's actually
It's
like,
the equivalent of somebody on Twitter including their Amazon wish list. Just in case.
So once all your measurements have been taken, Henrietta will address all of you and say, so, gown, suit,
Tabard.
or
tabard, your
suit.
suit.
Yeah.
I prefer
A
tails.
gown? If it's not too much work.
No, I don't know.
And how
We don't like to assume what one chooses to win.
thank you. How soon is the banquet? Is there enough time? Okay.
And the measurements were for a gown.
Do you have something?
Oh, yes.
Long slits on the legs. Mobility is key.
How long?
More than
To
it's
here?
But sexy hips.
I'm assuming you don't want anything to hold it closed on the side, or do you want like a rip away?
Ripaway would be
Or-
fantastic. You need to be able to like Kirill will like do the high kick as far as they can. That and then a little bit more needs to be part of the mobility.
Ah, yes.
And every man in the
Oh my
room
gosh.
must immediately stop what they're
Just the men?
Also the
doing.
women.
Not really. Such is the phrase.
All right.
Every being that is capable of sexual attraction needs to take notice of
Must
this gown.
stop and take notice.
Yes.
Zindi is going to turn to the side and do a high kick.
I hope Naya gets to keep this dress.
Make her make do athletics. Come on, make her do.
Sure.
For Zindi to try and do her high kick.
Yep.
Athletics check. Oh, God. 9.
Ooh.
Give me another D20. Just straight D20.
20. Natural 20.
You kick and you feel yourself kind of stumbling, but then you're able to catch yourself.
Okay.
Ben will take you by the shoulder.
The person at the gown's for, once we get to the banquet, we'll probably enter like this. I'm gonna do my best, like, hot bitch walk.
So you're also getting a gown?
No, I'm in
You would
for,
look lovely.
for
Yeah.
Naya.
It's called Hot Tom look. Tomcat, sorry.
Girl, are they trying to get me to wear a dress?
You would look lovely.
Whatever you're comfortable in, dear.
It's more about empowering you to wear a dress. Not really
If you
get
so
you to wear a
choose.
dress. But you'd look lovely if you
You'd
wanted
also look
to.
amazing in a cummerbund.
What's that?
That's the sash.
Across your waist. It's a good accent.
But
Is that appropriate?
but at the
I have
neck
formal attire.
and sleeves and feet, if it could flow out so it doesn't cut his fur and cause it to puff up.
That's true.
Like open sleeves, open collar. That way your hair can fall naturally.
I like this plan. I like this idea.
They will pull out a sketch pad and start sketching something.
Well, just
This is the best adventure we've ever been on.
carpet in there.
Good clothes.
When we get to go to a party. I'm not as much into that. But
When should we return to pick up the items?
A few hours.
Right?
we all look at each other. A few hours for a gown for Cindy.
I mean, it's a book. It's a lovely shop.
It is a wonderful shop. Yes, thank you.
Yes.
You see Josephus in the back, and he already has Zindy's gown like cut,
Oh gosh!
and is
Wow.
like cutting your suit, and holds up the tails.
What should we do? Is there a salon?
No,
Is there any points of interest you'd recommend, perhaps? We're exploring.
Any local village girls who do braids and flowers?
I mean,
I'll find them. I go out and I look for little girls braiding each other's hair, and I drag Cindy along with me.
What up? Oh, thank you.
Are there perhaps any points of interest you'd recommend in the village?
the manor is beautiful inside.
Is it appropriate to approach it prior to the banquet?
Oh yes. The ballroom will be locked, but
Fair.
the rest of the manor should be fine.
Paige, what do you think? Manor or?
I think it couldn't hurt to have all the info we can before it's needed.
All right. Well, thank you for your time today. Please let us know whatever the tab will be, and we'll be happy to. Payment?
Oh,
I apologize. I think I misspoken. We'll look forward to seeing you shortly.
oh, you I can't believe I forgot. Blossom's Rest, the tavern, is also a wonderful place to visit.
Well, then we'll have to add it to our list.
There's a tavern. Maybe the manor, then the tavern.
We'll love that.
Please.
Fantastic.
Great.
Historic.
You guys are looking around.
We're looking around for little girls who do like from Tangled, where it's just like they do like the braids, and they're just always around in these stories.
How far are you wandering around?
I'm assuming the children wouldn't be far from the town.
Well,
If they exist.
where are you going?
I don't know. I don't really know where we were.
So you were here. Can you see that?
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
I thought this was the tailor shop at least.
Which one?
This one?
That was in the market.
You're not seeing my thing?
No,
No.
you're coming the wrong way.
No click. Sorry.
There?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you were there.
Well,
That was the tailor
So
shop. Naya's been circling this perimeter.
yeah.
Where was the ditch that she
over
was
here.
noticing?
So we'll say someone in the marketplace kind of gave you guys a rundown of where things are at.
Okay.
So obviously this is forest all around here.
Maybe we need to zoom.
Oh
in a
yeah,
little
if you
bit.
want to zoom out.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. So obviously this all around here is forest.
Mm-hmm.
Dense, but not impassable necessarily.
This is made of incarnate.
I don't know. These are the farms over here. The ditch that Naya saw them dumping food in was over here. The tavern is this building right here. You guys came from here, which was Silks and Souls. This is the marketplace.
So we'll look in this area over here for children,
Over here-ish.
like just down this whole to the
The more residential it is?
east of
Okay.
Market.
Make me a perception check or investigation.
I have a passive perception of 22.
There are no children here.
Indeed. Terrible news.
Oh, no.
I don't think we're going to be able to find any children to braid your hair.
Oh, well, I mean, that's okay. As long as I think I have a brush or a comb in here somewhere.
And there's so many
Wait.
birds to braid her hair.
For real, for real?
Is it possible?
If you're using one of your spells to summon some birds, then sure.
It would be a class feature, but yeah.
Sure.
And as you're doing that, I'm like, my hair's getting tough.
There are a lot of women walking around with braided hair, though.
Okay, so I find some young women and then get them to do it.
Are there any young women,
Yeah.
or are they all?
You want me to? Why?
Because she's going to her first ball.
What are you wearing?
We start going into her colors of her dress.
Well, and I'm still thinking like, so where are all the children?
What children?
Ignore her. Children where we come from are just much more common. That's all.
I need it 50 cents.
Make me. Are you
In Primordial, I turned to you because we're in a fucking book.
letting her braid your hair?
Sure.
Make me another perception check. And you can roll with advantage because she's very close to you.
Okay.
He has no hands.
14.
But she must scream.
What are you doing, Benlin?
Watching, observing,
Okay.
looking for flowers,
Looking for flowers? Okay, I mean,
or making flowers grow, whichever.
there's plenty of flowers around. You can find pretty much any flower you want. There's probably someone.
I'll work on making little corsages for everybody.
Now, if you were to be stabbed, even if it's for a good reason or to cure yourself, would you be okay with that?
Dedication.
The flowers look lovely today, don't they?
Unsure. Unsure.
Um,
I walk up to you guys now
okay.
and rejoin you.
If we're exiting the tailor shop, where did they end up?
They here. Like over
Oh,
here.
okay. Cool.
So to recap for you, this is the farms here.
Yes.
This is the tavern,
Yes.
marketplace, the tailor, and the
Manor. I was correct.
Naya,
Yes, sir.
now that you're here, can you make sure Zindy doesn't get murdered by anybody?
Of course.
There's something I have to.
That's always my highest priority.
I can very much ensure that I don't get murdered.
I know, but
She's
it's just,
pretty handy.
we shouldn't be alone.
No, I understand. I did disintegrate your father.
Mostly.
I say very out loud.
To be fair, it was only a partial disintegration, and we put the rest of him in a bottle.
You want to
He
see?
It
deserved
was
it.
only
He
a
did.
partial disintegration.
Since I didn't have to use magic birds to braid her hair, I would like to instead take out a small card and like a pen. I would like to write on it, and then I would like to summon a very fancy squirrel.
The hell does that mean?
I have the ability to summon squirrels. I want him to be particularly fancy.
Okay.
He has markings on his chest that looks like he almost has like a tuxedo on.
Yeah, see?
His tail is very
What?
poofy but very well trimmed.
Yes, yes.
And
unkempt.
he looks like his facial markings look like he has glasses.
And then I hand him the card, and I say, take this to Kirill Loreweaver.
And run off.
Then I will send you what it says, Coulter.
Take the sun town, Carroll Town. You look
What are you doing, Paige?
I think Kirill and I were heading off to the manor.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
It's great to split the party up in a fantasy world.
You know, we
Fantasy
never do it. Let's see what happens.
I know. I know.
Playing fast and
can
loose.
I get a D8 roll from this group and from you two. Although you split off, so can I get one from you?
Yeah.
And then one from Zindi or Naya?
Four.
Yeah, one of you two.
I've been rolling shit, so go for it.
Either Kirill or Paige.
I got a 1.
Okay. Paige?
2.
D8, you said?
Yep.
8, which might be bad.
So as you were looking for flowers, so imagine you were like in a flower patch and all that stuff.
And creating the most perfect squirrel.
Yes. There's no smell of flowers whatsoever.
Okay.
Like it's conspicuously absent.
But we've been eating food.
Mhm.
But does that taste delicious? So does the food have smells or just...
Yeah.
Okay. So like the baguettes have smells.
Right where you are particularly,
Oh, okay.
It's weird to you. There's no smells.
So if like I take a flower out of that area and smell it, it has a smell. But if I go back in, it doesn't? Or just the flower itself has no smell?
In that, how far are you going? That's that theory.
I mean, I'm too excited. I don't really test it. I just kind of like, oh, that's weird. Book. When you're stuck in a book.
So
Sounds like taking a
you
box.
guys are heading to the manor.
I'm singing.
So as you guys get to the manor doors, can I get another D8 roll?
Eight.
Roll again, please.
4.
All of a sudden, as you reach out towards the manor doors, the sky turns dark and thunderclouds start to roll in. And you see lightning flash in the distance, but there's no thunder and there's no rain.
Ominous.
It's almost like this, and this is completely off topic, I'm sorry, but it's almost like this adventure expects us to not know we're in a book.
Do you want...
What do you think this means, Kirill?
Oh, only the best. Paige?
Thunderclouds disappear.
They disappeared.
I will reach towards the door again.
Is that even more ominous? I feel like it's more ominous.
Can I open it?
Door opens. It's a grand carved wooden double door with a forest scene carved into it. Nothing of note, but it's very beautiful, well crafted. The doors open soundlessly, and you see some lights, a little darkness, but
How beautiful.
Lights lit. Focus light.
like it's a darkish hallway, but you can see lights, and also it's bright out, so like it's not your perception.
Your eyes are good.
I'll proceed towards the light.
Split party.
We'll walk towards the light.
Well, I mean, we were going to the manor.
Let's do it.
Oh god.
He's not going to the ballroom because that's closed right now.
Well, eventually my squirrel will reach him.
Swirl
Squirrel
open
just
doors.
innately knows how to find him.
Yeah, why not?
What do you mean? Why not?
It's a magic squirrel.
You don't
He's the most
innately know where he
perfect
is. So he's the fanciest squirrel.
A homing squirrel.
Like fantasy book rules apply. So if you tell an animal go find so and so, they always do.
And you walked away from us, right?
Just a little off.
Okay, so well, I guess we will. I'm like, oh well, I guess we should go find Kirill, Paige, because you're just questioning people, right? We can do that on the way there.
Actually, the bigger sample size that I get, I think the better data that we will collect.
As I approach back
Dedication.
with making my little flower things, we're like, well, I mean, so far you haven't gotten an answer though.
People
That's
seem
still
to-
information.
Yeah, people seem to laugh when you talk about stabbing them. That's information too.
Maybe instead of specifically stabbing, you should say, would it be okay to harm someone for the greater good?
But we've already started with the line of questioning, therefore the data would be skewed.
You can go back and re-ask the people who've already asked.
I'll just have to scrap it. We're starting
I
over.
want you to enjoy your vacation.
But I mean, we're also here with a purpose.
Yeah.
We've got to stab him.
Just one or two.
As the people braiding my hair. It looks lovely. Thank you so much. I'm sure it looks. I can't see it.
Well, the quicker we get through this, the quicker we get back to the spa and all the lovely people.
For the rest of our lives.
That too.
So as you two enter the manor, you see a large entry hallway. And I'm gonna move you.
Oh no.
Dun dun dun.
Oh my.
We just resolved.
Oh.
We
The
just
mana
resolved.
cells.
Oh, you guys can
Page's
see-
personal story, so I guess it
You
is
see
time
like
for
a
him to
little
die.
brown pathway. Cobblestone.
I've completed my purpose. Time to die.
Time to shuffle off this mortal coil.
To sleep, perchance to dream. Out damn spot.
Why is it not?
I just did.
Yeah.
It's inflexible. What other Shakespeare quotes can we throw into that moment?
Yeah.
Tempest in a tea kettle?
Teacup, isn't it?
Oh. Oh, the parquet.
I was about to say, look at that parquet flooring.
Oh, the parquet.
I didn't even care all of that in common. Just
Yeah.
the floors.
How are you and my husband not better friends?
So as you enter the double doors, you see marble walls.
Marble walls?
Yes, that gleam in the torchlight coming from torches spaced throughout the
Marble
hallway.
walls with wooden floors?
It's a strange combination.
Who says it's wooden?
What is it?
It's stone that looks like wood.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
It's been carved.
Hero might have just done
He was
something.
making so much fun of us at the market.
You're gonna give me marble walls gleaming in torchlight and a red marble floor that looks like wood. I'm going to have some feelings.
The hallways seem spacious and clean, and the decorations that you can see seem luxurious without being gaudy.
I just put a hand on Paige's shoulder and like squeeze.
Directly across from you, you see another set of large double doors engraved with a theater stage party kind of motif. Not super detailed. And flanking both sides of the door are two suits of armor that just stand there. And then off to your left, you see a staircase leading up. Off to your right, there is a door, and then more of a hallway over here. And there are two doors here, the door across from you, and the two statues of...
Paige, do you think it would be too presumptuous to just go up?
Well, there's two suits of armor, so I'm assuming past those doors, probably the ballroom.
Fair.
I mean, we can get anywhere if we just walk confident enough.
Up?
Up?
Up. So we will go towards the stairs then.
Remember, shoulders back, chin.
It's like Kirill's already... What?
Can Zindi send a message and ask, like, because we're done, we're wandering wherever back, and so
I mean, it's up
Oh,
to
I guess we're just...
Hank. I don't know what the sequence of events is.
yeah.
We're just making Hank's life more difficult. Like, you put us right on this map, and now take us to another map. I did not intentionally.
So, with
Will
that,
this
you
still
guys
be
are...
happening while we're getting hair braided and stuff? Okay, gotcha.
But it's getting pretty close if you guys are going to do something else.
I mean, we probably
you
gotta
message?
go look for them.
Yeah, so that's why I was thinking I would message, say,
Okay, well, say you guys are just finishing up your breeding and stuff, so you can start walking towards.
My program should get there before I do, but
Can I please get a D8 roll from the group that is still outside.
Go for it, Rio.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. We're not all doing it. It's just one. It's a 4.
A 4. As you guys are walking, thunderclouds roll in. There's no rain. There's lightning off in the distance. But it's weird because the thunderclouds only cover part of the village. Like, you guys are still on the eastern side of the village. And it looks like there's really only thunderclouds, like, above you guys. But then after a few seconds, they just kind of roll away.
Why is the weather so fickle here?
It's definitely strange.
And so you guys start making your way towards the manor.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll go.
I mean, I
back.
guess we would go to the tailor shop and then ask where they went.
Well, that's why I was messaging.
Yeah.
I would have messaged and.
I guess we'll go back to the tailor shop and we don't see them. We'll message at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Once you get to the tailor shop, can you get another D8 roll?
Go for it. Nope. I've been rolling cruddy.
Well, I don't think you can roll credit with this, but 1.
Roll again.
8, which I think we did already.
Mm-hmm.
So roll again.
Roll again, please.
8. Now I'm getting all 5. I got a 5.
So you guys are nearing the tailor, and you remember that when you neared the tailor shop the first time, their roof was like a vibrant green, like almost like a lime green, with like blue painted walls and a bunch of flowers in front of very vibrant colors. All gray.
The question is, are we doing this or is it always like this?
I'm now worried about the food I ate.
I don't know. This is the most delicious apple I've ever had.
Maybe all these new consciousnesses in here are causing it to glitch.
I'll make a note of it and I'll start writing down some notes about the different anomalies.
Girl and Paige.
We just flew off into the distance.
You find yourselves.
Into the sunset.
You find yourselves at the top of a stair in another hallway with windows looking out to the rest of the village. 2 doors across from you and a hallway down here. And if you are moving that way, can I please get a d20 roll from you two?
Each of us or for the group?
For the group.
12. Straight D20?
Mm-hmm.
12.
As you start walking this way,
Walking this way?
mm-hmm.
Walking this way?
You see a stone golem walking away from you towards the other side of the hall,
There's a big boy.
just slowly turning its head back and forth.
Put a hand on Kate's shoulder. Go back to the stairs.
You going down the stairs?
Yup.
Okay.
I'm not dealing with this. Not alone.
If Paige, will you give me a d20, please?
Like being called out like that. 11.
11. As you guys get down the stairs, there is a stone golem.
Another one.
Just kind of looking around.
Where is it?
Looks up at the stairs at you. Keeps looking around.
Where is it?
You might want to zoom out a little bit.
Ooh.
There we go.
But it does look at us.
It looks at you briefly and doesn't react, and then keeps looking around.
I will just say, good afternoon.
No reaction.
Paige, what do we do? Do you want to go up or go down? Equal bets.
If this one is non-responsive, I'm guessing the other one is too.
So,
Unless we find the trigger, which I don't want to do. One false move, one bad move, and then we're golem food.
I can get us 500 feet away pretty quickly.
Is that hard to do?
No.
That one looked right at us. We already walked this area to the door. I just say we walk out the front door.
Okay, front door it is. We'll go down and proceed towards the front door.
At which point, Naya, Benlin, and Chumpgood will arrive at the front door. Can I please get a D8 from one of you?
4,
Roll again, please.
8, 2.
Okay. You arrive at the front door.
Okay.
Your squirrel friend is like sitting in front of the door, just looking up at it.
I open the door for him ever so slightly.
He turns to you, bows deeply,
Aww.
and then runs inside.
As I see the door crack open.
Squirrel runs in and stops at your feet and kind of bows, and then
Aw, that's cute.
I suppose you probably could hear at this point. Oh, thank you.
he will bow deeply and then run back out the door up to Benlin.
Lovely
Now I'll
parchment.
close the door.
What's it say?
I think I have a date this evening. I will slide it into my jacket pocket internally.
Well, I'm very happy for you. I'll just point to
Fair, we should exit. Well, go ahead and open the door. Oh! Great timing.
I got my hair done.
You look lovely. Benlin, did you Carol on the date tonight?
Oh, does he?
As you guys start talking, you get a smell of burning, it's
Where's that coming from?
like damp burning.
Is it directional or is it just kind of...
I want to
Does
look around
any
for it.
Think that we might be breaking the book, or it's always like this. Those are the two. Okay.
There's definitely something strange. There was weird clouds that were just over us for a moment and then they were gone.
We got
We
those.
saw that.
And then the tailor shop went gray, like the color leached out of it. It was very strange.
I hope that doesn't affect the...
Yeah, I hope that doesn't affect our color palettes.
And nobody seems to want to answer if they want to get stabbed or not.
Cindy, do you want to get stabbed even if it's for the greater good?
I think I would.
Okay, mark that one down.
See? Write it down.
Fierce attempt to erase all of the scribbles that I made over the scrap notes.
Also, there are stone golems inside. Just
What?
pacing.
They didn't seem terribly bothered by us.
One upstairs, one downstairs. And then 2 suits of armor just kind of standing.
We were hoping to run into Quill, but we kind of got spooked.
I mean, it's a prison, right? Maybe they're guards?
When is the banquet?
The
This evening?
smell disappears.
Okay, now it's gone.
All right.
Write that one down too.
So I feel like we have two courses of action. Either A, we go with the narrative,
Fair.
or B, we start disrupting the narrative.
Or C, we go to the tavern and have a drink about it.
Well, that would be going with the narrative.
They did recommend it. I mean, Henrietta, and okay, gaming this out. If the Harpers designed this, then what is supposed to be here? Say, the common folk, the people in the village. If they were giving us hints about things or ideas of how to proceed, it seems fair to assume that the programming would be proper.
And it would make sense that if the manor is his prison, that there would be guards.
The doors to the manor suddenly turn bright pink.
Okay, that's fun.
That is something.
I would like to go to the tavern.
Okay.
I do.
I put out my arm. Shall we then?
I think so. Loop underneath it.
Okay.
Just kind of hold out both arms for now, Cindy.
Girls
I'll
never
crouch
felt
down just a
before.
little bit.
All right. You guys make your way.
Make you change them to map again. So sorry.
We're just gonna stay on this one.
Okay.
Maybe go to social.
Yeah. Culture shock. You guys get to the Blossom's Rest Tavern, set in the center of the village. It's carved with flowers and petals and vines all over it. As you enter, there are a number of commoners just hanging out. Someone's playing soft music in the corner. Behind the bar,
They put another bard in the bard's prison.
the bard is sitting on like a kind of plain stool, and there is a very exquisite gilded stool that's up on a little platform next to
He's the backup.
this bar.
It's the day shift bard.
Behind the bar is a dwarf. And waiting tables is a wood elf that looks to be female.
You guys want to grab a table? And I'll go grab us some drinks?
And I'll go grab us a bard.
Grab you a bard.
And I'll be walking towards the bard that's sitting at the back of bard that's sitting on
I'm
the
just
floor.
making sure that's what you said.
Yeah.
I'll sit at a table.
As you guys kind of move to a table, you notice that the dwarf kind of looks at you and then kind of sighs a little bit and then goes back to the kitchen and grabs a bunch of plates of food and comes out and starts putting them on all the other tables. And then starts going back behind the bar, starts pouring drinks. And the female wood elf comes up to you. Hello. Can I help you? Welcome to the Blossom's Rest.
Hello, thank you. I will take a large and fine ale.
From where? Silvery Moon,
Oh,
Baldur's Gate, Calamshin.
where's exotic? Silvery Moon sounds exotic.
Anyone else?
I'll take a Dugan's Whole Mead or Honey Mead. What was the 10 town?
Yeah. That's what I mean, yeah.
I think we may have one better. Okay.
Never understood those.
I was at the table, so.
Oh, I think we're all.
You guys moved to the.
Oh, okay, got it. I thought somebody had gone up to the bar to ask for drinks.
I think Carol was moving up to the bar.
Oh, I was going over to the bard.
The
The bar.
bar.
Oh, got
Yes, apologies. I'll go grab us a bard.
And then a cheese plate, perhaps?
it. Okay.
Just cheese crackers, something for the table, yeah.
Yes.
A charcuterie board? Charcuterie board?
Carcucci?
Yes. And
Yelling from across the room. Charcuterie!
and for you,
I'm good, thank you.
okay. She will go back behind the bar and start pouring. And you're heading over to the bard.
Yes.
Okay. Tiefling just playing a lute.
Not to interrupt at all, but do you mind company?
Of course not.
Excellent. What's next on your set?
I hadn't really thought about it. I just kind of play whatever comes to mind.
I love that. Are you used to accompaniment?
Not generally, no.
Okay.
But I'm sure I can work with it.
All right, let's work this out. And I'm gonna like, I'll get out, a little piece of paper from my thing and write out some chords for him, and like pass it over. I think this is
The elf in the
progression. We're gonna do an up, up, down strum. It's going to be
What is this?
the elf and the orc.
The body one.
What are these marks?
Oh, do you know chords?
Why would you need to tie things with this?
Okay, listen, and let's see about this. And I'll demonstrate, and I'll play like an up, up, down, up, up, down. Does that make sense?
Impractical.
You will do the exact same thing.
And like matches the fingering and everything. Okay, that's one, and I'll go through each of the chords with him. And then we're going to do a rhythm. And I kind of
Here's for this one.
kind of step him through each of those things as he seems to picking up. It seemed like from the fingering, he picked it up quickly, so I'll try and go through each of the chords with him. Okay, then we're going to go to the bridge, and the bridge is going to be...
There's no water.
Oh, right. We're going to go into another section of the song, and it's going to be... Follow my lead.
Blush, her ears did blush.
So while you're doing that, the female elf brings your beer and your food back to the table and kind of lays it down and then looks at you and kind of walks off.
I
So dreadfully boring.
Yes?
Don't ask her if she wants to get stabbed.
What's it going to? If you were to suffer for the greater good, and I'm not saying you, we're taking a poll. If something were to happen for the greater good to one person so that a group of people could have a better life, is that good?
How loudly are you saying this?
Just to her, like if she came back to the table.
Okay.
That was excellent.
Tomorrow we have a wonderful bar of stew.
That sounds lovely.
And then she'll walk off.
Have some cheese.
I didn't see that. It just came. I was used to my script and
The dwarf will kind of
Her ears did blush, and now it matches her bush.
When I saw Jake do both hands, I was like, this is Paige.
the dwarf will kind of give you a weird look, and then he'll pour another one, and the elf will bring it back to you.
I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable. I didn't mean to.
Why would you maybe uncomfortable?
Well, because they told me not to talk about stabbing.
Just walks.
Try some of the ham. It's delicious.
I'm a vegetarian, but thank you.
Is
Book ham?
It doesn't count.
I mean, there was no
Or
animal
rabbit.
that was harmed in the making of it.
I assume that I've given this character the best information that I could, and I will just start playing
Okay.
and hope for the best for the accompaniment.
So we need to get one of our songwriters' friends to write us the elf and the orc. So
The
we
body
know-
version.
The body version.
He keeps up with you. Doesn't really embellish or anything. It's very mechanical. And
That's what I'm counting on, because I want to be able to do little like riffs and things on top of his chording. So
give me a performance check.
With advantage.
I was gonna say, I'm
fine.
like, that's a Brinley roll if I've ever seen.
I know. I was thinking exactly the same thing.
Go ahead and roll the advantage.
If you insist.
Because he's playing with you. Wow, Brinley.
Very much Brinley. It's a 15.
Okay.
Still a 15?
Yeah.
No.
It's the body version. It's not hard.
It's a 13. I mixed up. I was like 9, so that's +1. 9 is -1.
Nice.
So that's a 13, not a 15.
Okay.
-1.
No, I it's a 9, and I rolled a 4, and mentally I added 1
Instead of took
subtract
away 1.
Yeah.
How long do you play for?
I'd probably just do the one song. It's more like Carol getting excited about having somebody to play with.
You finish your song, and no reaction.
It's empty except for us and
No, there's some people.
there's
in there.
okay.
I don't know how
Halfway done.
they rhyme engorged so well.
After the performance with that dead fingers, I don't either.
If that's what passes for a bard here.
As I suspected, the ale's delicious.
The meat's nice. It's from 10 Towns.
Cheese is great.
Olive, could I get a wine?
Where from?
Callum Red, if you have it.
And she'll go back on the bar and she'll just bring you a bottle.
All right, that'll do. Can I have a glass?
Oh, yeah, of course, yes. She'll walk back and then bring you.
Could I get a water from Baldur's Gate?
No,
I was testing something.
I
I take one swig of it and go, oh yeah, that's definitely Baldur's Gate.
could I have the same size glass, but fill it half with the honey mead from Dugan's Hole, and then half with an ale from not Baldur's Gate.
Enchanted?
No,
Waterdeep?
Waterdeep. From Waterdeep.
Sure.
They call that a black and tan.
Okay.
You have the durian mead from the hearth in Candlekeep?
A Mr. Nor Sparkling?
She'll walk back behind the counter and talk to the dwarf. And then she'll come back with a sparkly drink. What did you say? A mead?
My durian mead that I made after they
she'll
came
bring
back.
you- Yep.
Is it wine?
I'm gonna pour a glass of the sparkling. And... What the?
We've been out of this for years.
Ask for a barrel?
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, it proves that, I mean, like without a shadow of a doubt, this is my mead.
But I'm saying get a barrel. We can put it in the bag of holding.
Thinking that it comes back?
I mean, if it's in the back, it's in another.
Can we take a barrel of this?
Sure, Quill never drinks it, so yeah.
Do I get another beer? I made this up, and I'm gonna start drinking it.
Roll me a constitution check.
Now we're getting to what I want.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm sipping on the sparkling at this point. So
Constitution check.
We can do a save.
Oh.
I rolled a 1
All right.
for a 2.
So you get a couple sips into your concoction there, and the room starts to get a little wavy.
I set it down. Same effects.
You're right.
Same effects as outside the book.
Oh,
Paige, did you get drunk? The rest of us are taking, like, sips of everything.
do you mind if I try that?
Go right ahead.
No.
I'm just open up the bag of holding and pour it inside.
A small one. It doesn't have to be so big.
How are we going to get that out?
sleight of hand that out of your
That
hand.
it's floating around as a blob, and you can ask for it.
I'm gonna make you roll for that. Easy.
Just reach in and grab a handful of beer.
Are you all here for the banquet?
Yes, we were
Oh
invited.
yeah.
Yes, we're just waiting for our clothing.
Oh, we should check the table shop.
From Silks and Souls?
Yes.
Do you know, is that SOLE or SOUL?
SOLE. Why else?
I'm not sure.
Henrietta and
And company.
Josephus were lovely.
Oh, they're wonderful.
What can you tell us about Quill? What does he look like?
He's a very handsome man.
He was dreamy.
Brown hair, yay high.
Is he single?
Don't know.
Okay.
You know, you don't see many wood elves around these parts. How did you come to be here?
So that barley stew tomorrow. It usually comes out around noon, but the best time is around 4 after it's set for a few more hours.
Okay. Do you have rooms here as well? If we're going to the banquet, I don't know that we're invited to stay at the manor house. So, having some rooms for us to stay in might be a good idea.
No.
Okay.
Where does Quill's guest generally stay?
His current guest?
Yes.
Yes, in general.
And his current guest.
Guests in general usually stay in the manor. The current guest also stays in the manor as well. Why?
Who's the
We just-
current guest?
A large floating.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
I see the confusion. So that's my cousin. So we're here to visit him. That's why we're in town.
Your cousin.
Yes, very far removed. But yes, he had an unfortunate magical accident, and he looks as he does now. We try not to fault him.
Make a perception check.
Could I have a tour of the kitchen?
Insight or perception?
Perception. Sure.
Yes, that'd be phenomenal if you don't mind terribly.
Ulrich.
27.
Oh, from you. I would love to go with you.
Okay. Sorry, what'd you get?
27.
She's like kind of backing away a little bit 'cause she's a little put off by this. You hear her bump into a table, and it sounds metallic.
The table sounds metallic? Or-
As she hits the table, there's like a metallic.
Oh. They're all golems.
Kitchen?
Yes, that'd be
Well,
great.
clearly, they've been boring as hell.
She'll lead you back to the kitchen.
As soon as is the cook in the kitchen as well?
Or no, cook in the kitchen.
Oh, the dwarf?
He's
the
running the
barkeep.
bar.
Oh, okay. Then I will just say to her, are we generally being observed here?
Well,
Oh, right. We are not friends of the guest, but we are here in assistance of the Lord.
oh, Quill.
Yes.
I fear that something has happened to Quill. And I hope and wish you well on that endeavor. If you look over here, this is our stove.
So he brought food out to the other guests. Are any of them eating?
No.
As
They're making the motions of eating, but they're not actually eating it.
soon as she begins the tour, I will just say, thank you so much. I really appreciate the information that you have a beautiful kitchen, and exit.
Yes, come back anytime.
I think they might be golems.
Yes, and I think something is up with our to-be host.
Well, should
We're not going to
we?
get to enjoy the evening.
Right, should we ambush him before? Or are we going to attend the banquet to gather more information?
Scope the room. Read from there. We have 2 heavy hitters.
If we're in the banquet,
But does that mean more people observing us? Or more people
I don't
too.
think anyone
Are there
here.
many people?
Yeah, I'm gonna stand up and go. I just crapped my pants.
Again?
Hero's gonna just like drain the glass and set it down.
Did you get another drink?
They'll kind of look over you and like whisper to each other, and then go back to whatever they were doing.
Yeah, I think we're good.
I'm gonna use. Do I have? Oh no, I don't.
To be clear, I didn't
They
actually
pressed-
crap my pants.
Are you sure?
Perhaps.
Why didn't I take prestidigitation? I
We haven't begun our day yet.
Prestidigitation. I could have made it
Sorry,
sound like
our
I did
company
crap his
bit, yeah.
pants.
Forward.
We sing fast forward to us getting our clothes, about to attend the banquet.
As
Let's
we're
go look for our
leaving,
clothes.
if there's another guest that has a drink, I'm just going to
Oh
set it
no.
down.
Paige. Paige, may I see the dagger?
He's gonna make you roll for drunkenness now. Yeah,
Oh, sorry, the specific dagger.
Oh,
The special.
sleight of hand that off of him as well.
I would give it to you.
Thank you so much. I'm just gonna hold this for a moment. Naya, this is a dagger, if you don't mind.
The drink that you pick up is empty.
Oh, okay.
I think when Paige is
You're
feeling better,
disappointed.
we can.
Indeed.
I really just wanted to test a theory and it worked.
So you guys head back to Soaks and Souls.
Yes.
Your outfits are laid out on the counter. They are everything you could have ever hoped for, and more.
I told them to put the slit up to here.
It looks
As we're
wonderful,
walking
darling.
there, I'm going to.
No, for you.
touch
Oh,
the back of
Oh, it does.
Paige
It feels
and
very-
lesser restoration is drunkenness.
I'm sure they did a modest slit,
And-
like actually.
As you guys
I'm
head
like,
back to Soaks and Souls, there's color again. It's not grayed out anymore.
it's,
I really hope we get to keep these. It would also be very uncomfortable to return
I
not
have a
wearing
lot of
them.
mobility. Does anyone want to help me with this? Thank you.
Norgard just had a realization. Oh god.
Maybe wear under things.
I mean, I am, but I also would not like to return in them.
So you guys get your outfits. If you try to pay, they were actually they don't know what that is.
Okay.
As far as I can tell, everything here is real.
The booze was real.
the way to the Mena.
These are the most lovely clothes that I've ever worn. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
It was a pleasure constructing these for you.
And they fit so well. And I can move.
How beautiful is Cindy?
She's
12 out of 10.
radiant.
Yay. With my regular brown loafy shoes. I love
Oh
it.
no, they made shoes.
They made me shoes.
Ooh.
They made you slippers.
Hopefully
Roll
nothing
for
with a heel, yeah.
dexterity.
Wedges. So there's a little
Oh,
bit
good.
of-
Thank God they're
So
witches.
your calves are popping,
Nice.
but their mobility is still there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I like it.
What you know about me?
What you know?
about me? What you know about me?
And off we walk back
All right.
to the
As you
manor
guys
house.
leave Soaks and Souls, can I please get a D8 roll from someone?
I've been rolling the same numbers.
I
haven't done one
I
yet.
think
cast
we need a
guidance
3.
on Cindy as she begins walking in her shoes.
Oh, there we go.
6.
Nice.
The pathway, the cobblestones in front of you,
Mm-hmm.
suddenly turn polka dot
Oh.
with blues and greens and pinks and yellow.
Well, that clashes horribly.
It does.
Did I step on it wrong?
No, this is.
I don't understand what's
Is this
wrong with
something-
cobblestone.
Beholders can do.
I don't know.
Why would they want to?
Beholders.
All beholders do is the polka dots.
Behold.
Control beauty. Because beauty's in the eye of the
Like Ben's
beholder.
colorblind.
Yes, they were
I'm trying to. Can I
great
see?
before.
Can I roll an Arcana check to
eject
Or would it be history?
page from the book somehow?
That too. No.
You want to see what's going on?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Why haven't we
I
made
can-
Arcana
can
checks
I-
up until now?
Can I assist with?
No.
Can I assist?
Yes.
Can I look over your shoulder annoyingly?
Has anyone even cast detect magic or
No.
anything?
I mean, we're in a magic book. Like,
27.
You know that beholders fuck with shit.
Right.
And you think that it's probably a good assumption that because there's a beholder here, there's some weird stuff going on.
How did he get here?
And you also realize, putting it together, as you get closer to the manor,
Yep.
it's happening.
Yeah. Like Margar was making that connection. And I'm like,
Well, that's why I made
yeah.
that check earlier, because I
Right.
was like, I know for a fact that beholders fuck with reality. That's
Right.
their whole deal.
Well, and
Like,
not just that, but like they've got the anti-magic, right? Or is that somebody else?
that, and like
So
literally what they think just happens.
And so
Like,
if there's a beholder around also, I'm like, okay, if there's anti-magic, now we can talk about that in the after party. But,
You
Okay.
guys make your way to the manor. Doors are
Moving away.
open.
Also, can we just talk about how most of the party is magical based?
I mean, we can, but I'd rather not.
We can talk about that later.
Yep.
You enter the hall again.
Is there somebody taking indications?
No. It's early evening.
We
It's-
would have went back to the manor when the banquet was going on.
I think that's what we're doing.
Honestly, we're not unseasonably early.
You're early, but it's not like unreasonably early.
It started at 6. We're there at 6:03.
No, it's more like it starts at 8 and you're there at like 7:30.
Okay. We're fashionably early.
Me and Carol just turned right back around. Oh, we can wait outside for 30 minutes.
No, it's better to see what's going on
See,
without
I'm
the
not-
rest of the people there. We could get a lot of people hurt or in trouble.
Shasethis and Henrietta did encourage you to explore the manor because it was beautiful.
Okay,
We'll explore for half an hour and then go to the ballroom.
I think that's fair.
As you enter, you notice that there is no longer a stone golem.
You said there
a
was a
golem.
golem.
There was a golem.
It was.
There's golems all over town.
Oh, these were very
Large.
different than the
Big.
patrons at the village.
Go ahead.
Perhaps checking. Well, last time we tried to go upstairs, and that's when they appeared. So maybe we should check here first.
I mean, there's 2 doors right there.
Yeah, but not the ones in front of us.
Why
Not the
not?
ones in front of us.
That's the ballroom.
Mm.
We think.
We assume.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
If you've got a party you're setting up for, you don't want people to crash it early.
Maybe we can find a bath. It's so rare.
I'll walk over. I'll walk over to the store.
Okay. Are you opening it?
I will examine the foliage near the door.
It's a drapes.
It's curtains.
Good.
Never mind.
Yeah, I'll try the handle first.
It opens.
Okay, I will open it then.
Did John get clothes? I forgot to ask for John.
He's got a bow tie. It's fine.
I mean, they would have made sure. We'll say that you asked for something and they made him a little bow tie. This lounge is warm and smells of wood smoke. The furniture is plush and inviting, with chairs and couches arranged for conversation. On the west wall hangs a large painting of a forest. A fireplace crackles along the east wall. Above the mantel hangs a painting of 2 figures, one of whom has had her face scratched over with ink. So that would be...
Okay, this is a sitting room.
One of them has had their face scratched over with ink.
Yes.
Is there any way to see if we recognize anything? Like, is there a way to identify the person without the face?
If you get closer and give me a perception check.
Sure.
Guidance.
You
She does
I can-
now.
I can instantaneously clean
She
or
does
soil.
now.
Like my other one. That's good.
I would like to clean the painting.
Nothing happens.
Clean, clean.
I have mending.
Your painting.
Is that what you
Okay.
used? No.
Prestidigitation.
19.
You notice that this portrait depicts a younger Quill, who is described to you, or you assume was Quill. And the second figure, who has been defaced, looks like a much younger Rylia Leodon, who is the
That is
Archmage.
awkward because I did not.
Well, someone else points out to you.
Yeah. Is that
I go-
really it?
Mm-hmm.
That
That's a really nice archmage.
makes more sense.
Were they lovers?
New rule. Rylia didn't send us.
The
Correct.
Harpers.
Well, maybe the harp. I just don't say her name.
The dreamy archmage.
Yes, but
Call
we'll
her that.
refer to her. You'll probably know who that is as well.
What do you say Mordenkainen sent us?
That probably would work.
Is he dreamy?
In a vaudevillian kind of way.
What's vaudeville? Vaudeville?
So in Waterdeep, there was a theatrical movement, and
So
I'll
as
sit
you
down and I'll-
begin explaining the vaudevillian movement to Zindi, that's where we're going to end tonight. Thank you guys for joining us, going through the wonderful village of Wisteria Vale. I hope you enjoyed it and start exploring the manor. As always, if you guys want to see any content, let us know. Discord, YouTube, comments, Twitch, all that good stuff. Thank you for watching, or if you're listening on podcast, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you to our patrons, Sparky, Dossybit, Daniel, Rio's mom, Alistair, Sean, Rockelman, Death's Grasp, Eric Fox, Meepo, Dreamlover, and Duke Rellan. And
we went to the elemental plane of water, and all we got was this lousy t-shirt.
Lousy t-shirt.
thanks, guys.